Hey, Sunday night, 6 o'clock, where would you rather be? It's another edition of Not Another Panel Show.
Hey, Boulder.
That's right.
Baba Booey.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Tonight, Superman, he's exploring things. He's sorting things out. More animal news and all the other fun stuff. We got more wrestling discussions. I'm, of course, Rob Robot Shlomo. With me is Mr. Jake Bentley. And let me get this here. All right. Where's my panel? Okay.
Show where Lewis Black is going to fuck Rob Corddry.
What? Okay. Can
you hear me?
Yeah. We lost part of that.
Oh, I said every time I see that background and hear that music, I feel like I'm watching an alternate reality version of The Daily Show where Lewis Black is going to fuck Rob Corddry.
I actually had someone say to me about the current version of The Daily Show. Oh, CNET has more online interaction than the Daily Show ever had under their geriatric audience. They used to watch Jon Stewart. I'd say it's better than ever. No, it's not.
Jon Stewart was hosting The Daily Show before the internet was a fucking thing. Of course it has more online interaction. That would be like saying The Daily Show now has less TV ratings. Of course it does, because it doesn't work like that. And you're like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It also has fewer dinosaurs too.
Only old geriatric white men have a problem with it now. Well, I'll have to give it, and I'll have to give it up to Trevor Noah, though. He is the greatest magician I've ever seen. He's made 80% of the Daily Show's audience disappear without a trace. So,
I mean, what year did he take over?
2015, maybe.
So, in fairness to him, I'm not gonna defend him. I'm not gonna say he's good, but in fairness to him, that is probably right around the time where cord cutting really started to become a thing. But yeah, I mean, not defending him, not saying he's good, but I think there may be a little bit of things that correlate with that.
Well, every time you talk about how bad the Daily Show is, well, you just don't get it. I'm like, no, I get it completely. It's a new satire program about American media, American news, American politics.
I think we kind of got used to and spoiled with Jon Stewart, where there was a while, for me at least, where like, compared to the other network news, and not just like the Fox Newses of the world, even some of the more like considered legitimate ones, like Daily Show is probably giving a clearer and more truthful view of the news than anybody.
Well, Jon Stewart even admitted, he goes, that is that shows you how badly the legit news media has failed.
And Trevor Noah just hasn't continued in that.
You mean you don't want to hear someone giggle and talk about how much better everything is in South Africa?
No, I can't really relate.
I don't understand. It's not like this in South Africa. Why are Americans so stupid? You Americans are so stupid. Yeah. We really want to be told that every night.
Did Trevor Noah just turn German there?
Probably, yeah.
Welcome to the Daily Show. I'm Trevor Noah, and I am not wearing pants.
Yeah. Well, wasn't he in the what was the Eddie Murphy movie, Coming to America?
Coming to America.
Yeah, and Eddie Murphy and Wesley Snipes did better African accents than he did.
Arsenio Hall and Eddie Murphy, the two guys that were born in America, had better African accents than the guy who actually was born in Africa.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had to sit through that thing. Oh, I forgot about that one.
Well, I somebody was saying, were you saying this, Mecca, that the late night comedy shows have really exposed how bad a lot of these people are?
right?
In that
Well,
now,
all
yeah.
their from home shit, you know, they're uncomfortable, they're stiff, they're clearly reading off a teleprompter. They don't have any idea how to deliver something without an applause sign over it.
they're trying to do what we do,
Yeah.
and they're not good at it.
No.
I haven't watched any late night shows probably in forever. Who's Jimmy Fallon? Is Seth Meyers still one?
Yeah, Seth Meyers is still on. Seth Meyers isn't bad.
I would hope with like the SNL experience he wouldn't be as bad as some of the others. Is Conan still going?
No, Conan is.
Yeah, I think he finally quit. He was on TBS for a while.
Yeah, I do remember he was on TBS. What's his name? You know when I checked out of late shows when I can't believe I'm blanking on his name. He was my favorite one, the Scottish guy.
Oh, so
Craig Ferguson. Yeah,
Craig
I
Ferguson. I knew it was Craig. I knew it was Craig, but I had Kilborn in my head, and I knew Greg Kilborn was Daily Show before.
Well, he hosted that before too. Craig Kilborn hosted.
He did, didn't he? Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah. But once Craig Ferguson stopped doing it, that was by far the best late show.
I remember one of the first promos I saw when the Daily Show started. Craig Ferguson. They show all the legit news clip. Bill Clinton and the Clinton family goes to Camp David to relax this week. Bill Clinton going to Camp David to relax and work on Bill Clinton. And you hear Craig Kilborn's voiceover. Clintons go to Camp David to chill. The Daily Show.
No, I like the Daily Show with Kilborn. That was when I was watching it.
People hated though Kilborn when he was on ESPN.
He's not he's a funny guy. He's not likable.
No, he's not likable. But that's part of his appeal, though.
Right. But
I don't know. He's a smug asshole. I mean, that's.
Well, I mean, so I think Joel McHale is like that too. But Joel McHale, there's a likability in how much of an asshole he is, and Craig Kilborn just didn't have that.
Yeah. Well, part of it is that, like Joel McHale, like I said, he's the cool guy you kind of want to hang out with.
Right.
Yeah. And Craig Kilborn is the asshole in the bar that you just want to get away from.
Yeah. And that's, it's just kind of like, you can be an asshole. I think in my stand-up, I'm an asshole, but like, you got to be likable too. You know, you can't just turn everybody against you. You have to make them hate the fact that they like you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jeff
That's
Winger.
a hard thing to do, though. That's a really hard thing to do.
Yeah, unfortunately, Clemats Carson's the greatest of all time. Yeah, I've compared everyone as a minor league benchwarmer. Yeah, but the problem is we're getting further and further away from Carson now. Fewer people that watch late night know who he is or seen him. So now if they go back, oh, he's just an old white dude.
You know, actually, so my wife is from Nebraska, and her hometown is actually Johnny Carson's hometown. And they have like this entire museum. It's a museum for the town, but once you walk in there, it's also like, yeah, here's some shit from our history. And then 2/3 of the museum is dedicated to Johnny Carson. It's got like his Emmys in there. It's got, you know, like an entire Tonight Show stage set up, you know, with mannequins and stuff like that. I think like 90% of that town's budget went to making the Johnny Carson part of their town museum.
I'm wondering how often he went back there though.
I don't know. His house is actually like, there's a big giant ass sign in front of it that says like, this is Johnny Carson's house, and no, it's not for sale. Like no one can live there. It's literally just a house, and no one can buy it. No one can live there. Like it's no one can even go in. They just pulled it off the market so they could put that sign out front.
Yeah, boy. Oh Lord.
The guy who did the voice for Tony the Tiger lived in that town too, and it's kind of the same thing. They're like, oh yeah, here's a box. There's literally just a box of Frosted Flakes in the middle of all the Johnny Carson shit.
Oh jeez. They're great. I like the Family Guy version of Terry the Tiger. Their food.
I think the most aggravating part of it is that she's in this small little bum hick town in Nebraska, and she's got Johnny Carson and Tony the Tiger. And I grew up in North Haven, Connecticut. Right next to it is Hamden, Connecticut, and The Rock went to Hamden Middle School for like a year, and they have an entire shrine to The Rock built. Like, so I'm right next to The Rock. My wife gets Johnny Carson and Tony the fucking Tiger, and the only celebrity who went to my high school was the "Can You Hear Me Now" guy. Like, how am I supposed to win in this marriage?
Somebody told me that when I was working at the gas place on State Street. Oh, you know, no on State. You know where the State Street. You know where Montesi Volkswagen is.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Executive Volkswagen now. Somebody told me the "Can You Hear Me Now" guy traded in his car there.
Oh yeah, I fully believe it.
Yeah, it was like a Volvo C30, and I was like, and I nearly bought it.
His name is Paul Marcarelli. I found him in one of the yearbooks.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there's your claim. We'll just be glad it's not Ernest Borgnine's car. So okay, Jeff, yeah. Jake, do we want to talk about some stuff here?
I'm all for talking about stuff. Let's talk about stuff.
Okay, let's play. We're waiting on another guest, actually, but he hasn't joined us yet. So if he wants to pop in, you know, remember, maybe he's delayed. He hasn't responded. So, okay, but like I said, he's welcome to join up late. But we're going to, show must go on, as they say. Let's get down to business with the Superhero Smackdown. The best public domain footage money can buy.
I have to say that is the weirdest clip I've ever masturbated to.
Well, Jake, this is going to be even weirder. So it turns out DC wants to make Superman gay.
Well, sure, why not?
And I just removed it from the stream. That's how weird it is.
I mean,
so,
he's been wearing tights on the outside, like his underwear on the outside of tights for 70 some odd years, and now he's coming out.
You know what? I have mixed feelings on this because initially I want to get like upset about it, but I've been calling Superman gay since I was 12 years old. Right. So, like, how judgmental can I really be about this?
Oh, do you mind if I join you for this topic? This sounds like it's right up my alley. Oh my.
Is this one of those like, we're gonna tell an alternate timeline story? It's not in the main canon. It's a one shot kind of thing.
Well, why don't we find out? DC Comics is preparing to make Superman gay. Oh my. And it's partly down to long-standing trademark issues, according to unconfirmed reports. Okay, I have to get out of character for a minute here. So, all right, you know what? You remember how I said about how remember how we were talking about how all the Marvel heroes are being changed? Well, I think I told you this. They're being changed all kind of around the same time.
Yep.
Now, I found out around 2010, shortly after Marvel was bought by Disney, the family of Jack Kirby filed a lawsuit seeking back royalties for all the characters that he created. Now, the whole thing with Star Trek was they had to create an alternate license. Everything had to be at least 25% different. This is more or less, you know. To me, this is all part of it. And they said it's down to copyright. This is just speculative on my part, but Marvel has done this before. They want to get out of paying certain creators their back royalties, so they change the characters just enough to claim that they're the same characters, but they're different. Oh, but this isn't this is a different version of Captain America. And they claim it's a mantle and anybody could be Captain America.
Did you ever watch Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
No, I've
A
never.
little here and there, yeah.
There were these characters called the Plutonians on there. They were like aliens, and they had German accent. One of them had a German accent, and the other one just talked like a stoner. It was weird. But there was an episode where they kept introducing quote unquote original characters, and they were just like copywritten characters that they gave mohawks and put in wheelchairs. So they had like a Powerpuff Girls t-shirt, and they were like, one of them's like, hey, what's that Powerpuff Girls t-shirt for? And he's like, are you trying to get sued? Like, and you know, they made up a whole thing that because you put a mohawk on him and put him in a wheelchair, they're completely original. It sounds like this is what they're doing, is why I went on that long tangent.
Yeah. Well, like I said, they're changing it just enough.
Well,
So
such
that
an easy change, like making them gay or race swapping or gender swapping. That's
so,
like the easiest way to make it 25% different.
So I'm reading ahead on here. It says Superman.
So okay, so I'm gonna start my own podcast called Midnight's Ledge. Okay.
It's got a mohawk and it's in a wheelchair. It's completely different.
Exactly.
So is this, I'm just kind of like glancing at some of like the big headlines they're pulling out here. So is this like Superman's son is taking on the mantle of Superman and he's gay?
Well, let's find out. The claim was made by former DC Comics artist Ethan Van Sciver, friend of the show. Often is considered controversial in comic book circles for his involvement in comics gay. Van Sciver made his claim in a live stream on YouTube on Thursday, August 19th, titled Superman is Gay, Shocking DC Comics Scoop. I just found out, I have to talk like Ethan, I just found out that I got a little, I can't do Ethan Van Sciver impression. I got a little bit of scoop about what DC's plans are. Van Sciver said, nobody knows this yet. It hasn't really been announced except by me. The plan is that Superman's book, I guess Clark Kent, is going bye-bye. Van Sciver went on to tell DC Comics fans that the company has had issues with the trademark for Superman in the past. That's true. Their solution, Van Sciver claimed, is that DC Comics is going to kill the original Superman character off in an upcoming comic. Superman will reportedly be replaced by Jonathan Kent, Clark's son, who will later be revealed to be gay, according to Van Sciver. So Superman is effectively gay, everyone. He is gay. Superman's gay son inherited his father's powers and abilities. Van Sciver said Clark Kent's son will come out as gay in Tom Taylor's series Superman, Son of Kal-El, which launched in July. According to DC Comics' official description of Jonathan Kent, which was shared by Comic Book News, Superman's son has inherited his father's powers and abilities. Parental legacies are hard to live up to, especially when your parents are Superman and Lois, the description reads, and Jonathan Kent is the child of two worlds, half Kryptonian and half human. The onset of his superpowers made him eager to follow in his dad's footsteps. But John has a lot to learn about himself and about the world before he can make a habit of saving it. The reports, which we remain unconfirmed, come just weeks after Batman's sidekick Robin was revealed to be bisexual. Robin, also known as Tim Drake, came out as bisexual and got a date in a recent issue of Batman Urban Legends #6, and queer fans were overjoyed. Yeah, but what about people who actually buy the comic?
I don't have a problem with characters being gay unless you break your own arm jerking yourself off about it. And that's kind of how, or, you know, when, you know, in the case of, I could be wrong because I don't follow DC Comics the way I used to, but like last time I did, there was nothing about Tim Drake's character that was like, oh yeah, you know, anything that would lead you to believe the character's bisexual. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, hey, guess what? He's bisexual. Like, if you want to make a new character, I'm for it. Like, if you're going to, you know, make a son of Clark Kent and his son's going to be gay. All right, who gives a shit? Like, it's a new character. If that's how you want to roll with it, go ahead and roll with it that way. But it just, I don't know. It seems like they're patting themselves on the back a little too hard about this.
Yeah, that's a good question. Do people still come out as gay or bisexual? Well, imagine to their family members.
Yeah,
Even from,
there is still a whole lot of homophobia and anti-gay shit still going on. So yeah, I would imagine you would still have to come out, and as much as that sucks, hopefully it isn't going to be like that soon. But that's still the world we live in.
Yeah.
We
Well,
got.
what's really sad with all this is like when you have like even on the other side, people kind of forcing people out of the closet before they're ready. I think that does just as much damage as
yeah.
sometimes anyway, depending on the person. I mean, yeah.
Well, like I say, if somebody's not ready to reveal that about themselves, then why force them to?
Yeah. But you get all these people like the pronoun people who are like, tell me your pronouns, what's your gender, what's your identity?
You will have to reveal your pronouns. Your pronouns are important. You must reveal your pronouns. So, okay, well, I don't know about that. Writing characters gay is fine, but making a massive selling point in personality trait. But that's all they do, though. I mean, there was a red letter media. The red letter media test is that if you have a character and you can't describe them using anything else but their skin color or their job, then it's not a good character.
That is a good. That's a good.
You might as well ask. You might as well add sexual preference to that.
Yeah. No. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I said, this is probably fallout from the Siegel and Schuster lawsuit that they don't want to risk paying anybody back royalties. And I said before, I mean, about coming back to the whole Marvel thing. Yeah, that actually would be pretty funny.
I'm just a non-binary piece of paper. I'm just a sexually fluid, non-binary piece on Capitol Hill.
But actually, like I said, it's been done before. Jake, are you familiar with Rom Space Knight?
No.
Marvel character. Well, technically not a Marvel character. In 1979 or 1980, whatever it was, I think it's 1979. Parker Brothers wanted to get in on the toy craze because they saw Star Wars, the whole sci-fi toy craze. So they created something called Rom, which is a big plastic robot. And I don't know, that'd be a hell of an episode. But they created this toy Rom, but it was just a big robot with nothing else. It had no backstory, it had no character, nothing. So they went to Marvel Comics and they said, "Hey, we have this toy. Can we bring you on board to do a tie-in?" So they created a comic book, Rom Space Knight, and it was a monthly comic, and it actually ran much longer than the toy was produced. It ran for like 7 years, and the toy was only available for like 3 or 4. But they created this whole backstory that he was a human, and he was placed into this armor to fight this alien race called the Dire Wraiths, and he was from a planet called Galador, and there were more Space Knight, and it was this big thing. And he actually appeared in other Marvel comics, like the X-Men and the Fantastic Four, and he was on the cover of the Marvel Universe comics too. So the comic, and he was part of actually Secret Wars 2, which was really lame. But the comic ends, and then Marvel starts editing Rom out of all their previous books in their trade paperbacks.
Oh.
Yeah. So they've done this kind of thing before. But they do slip like little references to Rom. Like Rom's head will be a toaster somewhere. He'll be hanging. He's in the Silver Surfer cartoon from the late 90s. He's hanging around in the background.
Interesting. I think that's on Disney Plus. I may have to go check that out.
Let me see if I can find it. Silver Surfer. So anyway, so they, like I said, so they're not. It's not beyond the realm of possibility for them to do something like this because they've done it before. Is that? Oh yeah, there he is. Yeah, there he is. There's that Mama Jamma. If I can find a good. Oh, actually, he was on an episode of my Spider-Man and Amazing Friends. Really? Oh wow! I don't know if that's legit. Let's see if I could size this up to so you can see it here. Okay, we can stop sharing that. It's kind of nobody wants to see that anymore. So yada yada. Okay, here we go. As Ethan says, this better not be porn. So okay, so it's kind of hard to make out. So that guy is Rom. That guy's Rom Space. Yeah. So like I said, they slip him into the background of different places. They were going to do an event where they were going to bring him back, but they didn't have the rights to use Rom again. So they used another Space Knight called Icon.
The Silver Surfer in that animated series has been skipping Glute Day, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. Yeah. So, but like I said, so it's Rom was just actually Silver Surfer. But he was a little bit, it was he was a lot more wordy, and so like I said, so this, I don't put it past anybody at Marvel to do any of this kind of stuff. So, but the Marvel owns Space Knights, they own the Dire Wraiths, all the characters they created around Rom, but not actually Rom.
Yeah, that's odd.
Let me see. I've had it somewhere.
Is it kind of sad that like the Superman stuff is just so uninteresting? You're like, oh yeah, it's the sun. Who cares?
Yeah.
Are they just trying to do this to drum up controversy? Do you think?
That makes a lot of sense.
Nobody cares about this.
No, it's sad because nobody knows how to write Superman. That's the real problem. Superman's boring, so they try to change him. They try to do all kinds of shit, I'm like, no, you don't have to change Superman. Just
those sort of values don't exist in people today. That's not something to be proud of,
Well, they think it's boring.
Or all things that are like,
you know what? I'm admittedly in the Superman is boring camp.
Yeah, me too. I've never been particularly interested in him.
But they can make Captain America interesting, but they not Superman.
They definitely do make Captain America interesting, but I think a lot of the things that do make him interesting are the whole like man out of time aspect.
Yeah,
that and the rest of the Avengers play a big part in his appeal, I think, too.
That's very true.
See, now, Jake, I found actually the piece of artwork. Hold on. Now, Marvel was doing some sort of event. Let me see if I can share this here. Marvel was doing some sort of event, and they were supposed to have all these characters, and they were gonna, like I said, they didn't have the rights to Rom, but they did this. So, but then later they changed it to another Space Knight named Icon. So, yeah, I did a video about it. Actually, it was just one of my highest viewed videos on my channel.
Interesting.
Yeah. And they trotted him out. They brought him. He made appearances with like Spider-Man at theme parks and everything. So there's a big commitment to this thing. Oh boy. So anyway,
how's your chicken sandwich sitting on you?
Chicken sandwich?
Yeah. You had your Popeyes today?
No, I didn't have my Popeyes.
Oh, you had it yesterday. That's right.
Well, hold on. Is Pope Yes chicken? Hold on. Do I have that? Did I load that up?
We need to do some sort of halftime like Pete does. Promote it. We'll steal it from Pete. Like a halftime show.
And joining us, actually, sorry for the mix-up, everybody, is Captain Shrek. What's going on, buddy?
Not too much. What's going on there?
Oh, actually, we're just talking about chicken sandwiches and talking about Superman and we're talking about Rom Space Knight. Sorry for the mix-up. I should have.
Oh, no problem.
Okay, so Captain Trek, why don't you introduce yourself to everybody? Tell them what you do.
Well, Captain Trek. I'm on YouTube. You can find me, Captain Trek. I do a morning show Tuesday through Sunday, 6 a.m. Central. It's basically just a kind of chill out, relax, get to know each other type of thing. Different people come on every day, so it's kind of a mix up thing. You never know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Boy, we saw. I made the mistake of starting to watch the Lower Decks.
Oh Lord.
Well, you can
God.
play the new Trek bumper though.
Oh
That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. I have a yeah. Hold on, our Trek bumper. Hold on.
Also, hello.
Hello. I also like to meet Jake, and I also like to meet Mecca.
Sup?
Hey.
Yeah. So like I said, we kind of keep it a little, tend to keep it loose around here. So you never know. It's
Rob
like
forgets
the
we're live, so I think half the time Rob forgets we're live.
Yeah,
Wait, we're live?
we are.
A little bit.
I'm not wearing
cold.
pants. Is that okay?
That's perfectly fine.
All right, cool. I was lying. I am wearing pants.
Mhm.
Get your mind out of the gutters, viewers.
So I started watching. I watched about half of it,
Oh no.
and all I'll say is, I don't know if you saw Lower Decks, or as I call it, Lower Standards, Captain Trek.
Oh yeah.
I'm starting to see people are getting a little tired of the
BS.
about the BS. Yeah, BM and her BS. Yeah, Beckett Mariner. There's a reason why her initials are BM. Oh, she's a BM, all right.
Oh.
So let me ask you, Captain Trek, how you probably go back to the early days of Trek like me. When there was only one show called Star Trek.
Oh yes.
So what do you think about this new iteration? I mean, it's
Garbage.
there's no other way to describe it, really. But it's looking like they're starting to get sick of it. They're like, at least the animated side, they're getting a little, because they're starting to take shots at all the other at the show itself.
The show's actually becoming self-aware. We know
Yeah.
we're garbage. Please like us, please.
I mean, it was one thing, they had the one with Riker going, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. But they're doing the same jokes again and again. It's like, really? It was funny once.
Yeah, I've been calling it Trek and Morty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Trek and Morty is exactly
stat-
what I call it.
And the sad part is that this could have been good. This could have actually been good.
Well, they could have
It's
done
just-
so much with it. They could have just made an animated version of Next Generation with a couple more jokes. They didn't have to go all the way to the Rick and Morty side. They could have kept it a lot more closer to the Orville. And that's what I was kind of hoping we were getting. And, when we were at Star Trek Las Vegas a couple years ago, we DJ Odyssey, we need to get him on the show too. Maybe next week or something.
Oh, absolutely.
DJ Odyssey, get in touch with Rob.
Yeah, we'll arrange that. We'll arrange
we
that.
do. We don't do the thing like we don't put pressure on people in chat to like be ready to be on the air.
Now we're not going to throw you into the fire.
Yeah, we like to give people like at least like a couple of days warning.
Yeah. And I'm not going to, and I always say, I only like to run about an hour or so. That way I don't feel like I'm holding anybody hostage.
Yeah. But yeah, we were at Star Trek Las Vegas. We were asking them, how are you going to be different from the Orville? And they're like, oh, well, we're in a different universe. I really wish they would have answered it and said, oh, well, we're going to be so close to Rick and Morty, you're not even going to like it. I wish they would have been honest with us. But then they were trying to just get butts to watch the show. So
Is it anywhere near as funny as Rick and Morty?
No, and they blatantly rip off a lot of bits from Rick and Morty too.
And I'm a bad judge. I don't like Rick and Morty to begin with. So
No.
I love Rick and Morty, but this is I when something's bad, I'll tell you it is.
my problem is it's just wall to wall yelling and shrillness and constant. Like they sound like I sound when I'm mocking them. I don't know if we talked about this last week a little. We might have a little bit, but they go into this like, oh my god, Beckett Mariner, like, oh my god, you're just you're a jerk officer and you shouldn't be on here and you don't take anything seriously and like, oh my god, you're no fun to be around. And they do that on the show.
That doesn't sound like Rick and Morty. That sounds like Absolutely Fabulous from like the 90s.
Yeah, that might be closer to.
I'm
It's
fab.
just so awful for to see in Star Trek. I'm like, can we have some professionalism? Can we have some?
Well, but they mock anybody who wants to be professional. Like Boimler's
Yeah.
mock this new guy. Jet, I think his name is, and she mocks him for wanting to be professional, but everyone starts siding with him. I'm like, finally somebody is actually being reasonable. Oh, but what burned me last week again, like she fails upward. They're dragging her off to the brig, and she actually says, "I do what I want." I'm like, no, you'd be kicked out of Starfleet by now.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with this Trek, Captain Trek, but actually, I put together like reference videos to count all the references. I don't know if you've ever seen them, but because we always say it's so crammed full of references. And so actually what I've done was I've tracked down the references in a lot of the first season of Lower Standards. And
I can watch these. Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, I'll play one for you now. Let me call it up. Hang on. Let me see. Actually, they're kind of tedious to go through because you have to commit to the show and you have to pay attention to it actually, which is terrible enough. You have to pay attention to this because this show is designed to go in one ear and out the other. It really is. So, okay. So let me show you this. We'll probably get. I don't think we're going to copyright claim on this.
No, you don't. These are transformative.
Yeah. So we actually, they happen pretty quick. So you gotta kind of ready. And here we go.
And they have Romulan whiskey. And I bet you thought it was going to be green, but it is actually blue. Be careful with that. Pretty sweet, right? Yeah, it's a Klingon bat. I got it from an old guy with an eye patch. Come spar with me. Come on. Oh, we can be Klingons. War.
I love honor. I demand honor.
It's a pattern buffer maintenance access. She knows that, which is weird because the showers are sun. It just gets everywhere and gives you a rash. You get a rash from sand? I would kill to work on the deflector dish. Hey, Brad, good news, buddy. So it's just settling you. I've just learned. I really like this classical band called the Monkees. Ever heard of them? You'll be fine. Doc will wave a light over it. We gotta get back to camp. Don't shoot. Don't give me my Ched Beach from now on, baby. Okay, you know about Spock? Dude came back from being dead. Yeah, I think I've heard. Got freaking Genesis device and Spock Khan and some space whales. How about Sulu? Ooh, he rocked the sword. That was his thing. Do you know Kirk? Yes. My man Ward? Yes. Gary Mitchell? Oh, sure I could look him. You know Deanna Troy? How about you dang it? She went from the jumpsuit.
And that's every episode. That's every fucking episode.
That's all the time. I couldn't even tell you what the plots are of these shows. It's just Beckett Mariner going in, being snotty to her superior officers, saying, "Nuh-uh, I do what I want. I'm not going to follow an order."
Which was the one where it was just ding, 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 ding. One right after there was episode 2 or something.
I don't remember which one that was. It was where he was talking about and Data and Cyrano de Bergerac and all the holodeck people. It was like,
I had it over here.
It's all right. We got it.
Oh yeah. Well, I like to keep track of them.
I know, but we don't need to suffer for it.
Uh,
So I take it the new episode isn't any better.
no, it's
What is this on?
it's on Paramount Plus.
I thought that would have failed by now.
Oh, it's failing. It's failing. Yeah, I don't know anybody who has it.
They gotta rely on South Park to really get anything now, I think.
Oh, let's talk about that. The mega deal, actually.
Remember the mega deal? The $1 billion mega deal?
Yeah, I mean, what do you Trek?
The South Park deal or Alex Kurtzman deal?
It's the South Park deal.
Okay.
Dude, that's far more interesting.
Yes.
Captain Truck, are you a fan of South Park?
I used to be. I really used to be. I don't know
Well-
about now.
Oh, but well, anyway, they finally have what they call "fuck you" money.
Oh yeah.
Disable. Oh, fuck you. Disabled. Okay, well, you know what? Screw you. I'm not going to use that one then. See, hit me up for a subscription as I'm trying to steal your content. Screw you, man. And they actually bought Casa Bonita. Those guys.
I did read something about that.
I was shocked to learn that it was a real place.
So was I.
Really?
Casa Bonita, you guys.
Yeah, I grew up in Colorado. I've been there many times.
Oh, so have I.
Yeah.
I thought she was pulling my leg. Oh, I got to take the Casa Bonita. I'm like, come on, you get out of here. No, it's real. And we pull like son of a bitch, this is real. It's like, oh my god, I can't believe my whole worldview was shattered.
And now they own it. That's so cool. Or they're going to be.
But the fact that they gave Alex Kurtzman $150 million, like obviously they have money to be able to dump this much amount of money in front of these guys. But this just shows you they really don't have anything, do they?
No.
They are clinging to South Park for dear life. Discuss, people.
Oh, now you're going to read the article. I'll start reading.
So who? I'm trying to think. So because South Park is all on HBO Max too. So who actually owns the rights?
It's
Yes,
actually
Viacom, right?
Viacom.
Yeah.
Viacom
Comedy
owns the
Central.
rights, but they've broken some kind of deal that they appear on HBO Max, which is weird, which is a weird kind of deal. But they want to keep the South Park train rolling as long as they can.
It's the only
And
show
again,
that's making money, right? It's the only show that's getting any views.
like I said, they're going to dump another truckload of money in front of Trevor Noah.
They need to just cut him loose. Just cut his contract.
You know,
Yeah, you have a YouTube channel. Keep that.
I said years ago that I would be fine at 11 o'clock with reruns of South Park on Comedy Central. And that probably would do a lot better than the current Daily Show.
Well, who wants to watch it? I mean, they pushed it off to YouTube, basically. I only see it as clips on YouTube that are ads in front of the videos I actually want to watch. Like, he'll just have the whole entire video as an ad. Like, and who's watching these? They have zero engagement. They have,
You know what I like? I know this is the whole like MTV doesn't play music, bit all over again. But like, I don't understand why Comedy Central doesn't do stand-up comedy anymore. Like, I get why MTV veered away from music videos because developing TV shows was more lucrative for them. But like, you see, like Netflix is going out of their way to like give stand-up specials to anybody and everybody, who can put 45 minutes together. Like, why is Comedy Central not doing this?
Jake, when are you getting your stand-up special?
When I don't know.
Now they're using the name comedy ironically now.
They kind of do, yeah. Like I got into stand-up comedy because when I was a kid, I would turn on Comedy Central, and I loved watching Comedy Central Presents. Like, that's how I got introduced to guys like Mitch Hedberg, Stephen Lynch, Jim Gaffigan. Like, Zach Galifianakis. They all had like these standout Comedy Central Presents, and it made this whole just generation of stars in stand-up comedy, and then that just went away.
Then came Bo Burnham.
Yeah. Then came Bo Burnham. I think he even had a Comedy Central Presents. Honestly, I liked Bo Burnham up until this latest one that everyone's praising. I have never seen a more pretentious stand-up special.
Fuck, even Dimitri Martin was funny for like a hot second.
Yeah,
very-
for a little bit.
Yeah. Just, Matt and Trey, they have a great rule though for writing, and I've often cited this. They will never say the word "and then," because if they come up with an idea, because we've seen how Star Trek gets written these days, and I think Captain Trek will agree with me. It's one endless parade of, and then this happens, and then this happens. Michael Burnham's on the shuttle, and then she gets broken out of jail, and then she goes to the captain's course, and then they give her a place on, and then and then and it's just a dead end. Matt and Trey said we never say and then, we say but and therefore. Stan and Kyle want to watch Lord of the Rings, but they have the wrong tape, therefore they have to go bring it back to the video store in Conifer. And then wacky hijinks ensue. But actually, another part of this deal is they're slated for 14 movies, which have got to be like special 90-minute episodes.
Right.
Yeah. For whatever.
That's a lot of movies, though. Like
That's a
lot of
lot of
episodes to
movies,
do, though, too. How many seasons? How many more seasons? 4?
Oh, 6, I think.
6 seasons. Wow.
Well, they have such a fast turnaround time, though. 5 days it takes them to turn around and do an episode.
Yeah, they can stay pretty current. They have a really quick process with like the CG now.
I'm going to be honest, it's been a little bit since I've watched South Park. That's one of those shows I've just kind of tuned out of.
Yeah.
It's like
I'll
The
catch
Simpsons.
up.
I like the idea of it. I like that it's still on. I just don't watch it weekly anymore.
See, I'll catch up after a few years, and then I'll fall out for a few years. Like I've watched specials recently. I've watched a couple of select episodes here and there that I've talked about for videos, but I haven't. Like I've played the video game a whole lot more. The thing about South Park, though, it's always still something fresh that you can go to if you want. Like it's still there. It's still giving the same thing, but it kind of falls into the whole. Do you remember the Simpsons episode where they brought it? They canceled Itchy and Scratchy, then they brought him back, and then the Simpsons just weren't watching him anymore, and it's more of a it's kind of stale. There's other stuff to do. We don't need to watch it anymore. We've already seen it. That's
Yeah.
not how it is with South Park and Family Guy and the Simpsons and everything anymore.
Yeah. Carson comes out. Oh, what is it, Saturday? Yeah. But
We have other stuff to do, right?
You could always, but the great thing is you could always come back to it, though.
Yeah.
That's a great thing.
Yeah. And they're really easy to watch too. They just have them on the website for free, so you don't even have to pirate them or anything.
Okay, is everybody here a fan of Futurama?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
How disappointed were you when they came back and it was just so bad?
I thought there was some decent episodes.
Yeah. After a while, I was like, oh god, it's still going. Just Obviously, they probably wanted 100 episodes, though. That was the thing.
Yeah.
I think it was best in small doses. Some of these things they're so good. I think like the Orville, if it lasts more than 3 seasons, I think it might overstay its welcome. It might be. There's some things like Firefly. Some things like it's like a truffle or something. You can't eat a whole lot of it, but you can have like one, and it's amazing. I think some of these shows are so much better if you have less of them. Sometimes quality over quantity.
I don't think any show aged worse in its return than Arrested Development.
Oh yeah.
I think that was 3 seasons of brilliance followed up by just like 2 turds in a bowl.
What about Community? That last season wasn't very. It had some flashes.
The last season wasn't great. It was okay. But I think Arrested Development went from great to just awful. But yeah, Community definitely took a hit in that last season, which sucks because Dan Harmon was on that season. Like you can't even chalk it up to like how disappointing season 4 was because they got rid of him.
Captain Trek, were you a fan of Community?
No, I didn't really get into it, but I've heard a lot about it actually.
Yeah, Community's it's great. You have to stick with it through at least the first 2 seasons.
I would
Then
honestly, I would even just recommend like getting a handful of these are the best episodes and watching them.
Like the Dungeons and Dragons one is probably the best.
First Dungeons and Dragons one that got
Oh, yeah.
pulled from everything.
With Fat Neil.
Yeah,
He's down there by because of Chang. Yeah.
yeah, because he was dressed as a dark elf, and they were like, "That's blackface."
Is that not? Did they pull that from the home releases too?
What's that?
Did they pull it from the home releases too?
I mean, anything that's gone out probably.
Let's see. A dungeon.
So is Community better at representing like geek culture than
Yes.
Big Bang Theory? Okay, because Big Bang Theory got it was okay at first,
Mhm.
and then it became all the stereotypes and the nerds are the butt of the joke, and we're friends now. We're just friends with nerds. Only we make fun of the nerds. That was kind of how why I stopped watching Big Bang Theory after a while.
Okay, Netflix and Hulu pulled them.
Oh, okay.
So as far as I know, they're still on the home. Well, I got season 2 DVD. So there, haha.
You could just find them places too.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Do we have animal news?
We do have animal news.
Do we have
So
a bumper for animal news? We need something.
we need a
like,
funny bumper for animal news. Yeah, we absolutely do. So, Captain Trek, in case you're not familiar with the format of the show, we usually like do some of these issues, some of these entertainment issues, but then we'd like to do like funny animal news or unusual stories. It's sort of a palate cleanser for people to sort of like take with them, like, oh, that's a weird story, and they kind of go through the day. You know, they kind of it's something you might not have heard about on the mainstream news, but this story's been making the rounds, and I saw this last week, and Mecca actually sent this one to me. And I said, we got
the kangaroo.
this is the kangaroo. Should we just do the marmoset? This one about a marmoset?
Where's the marmoset? Because it's quick. It's cute. And then
Where's
we'll do
the marmoset? Whoa, hold on.
It's in
Marmoset.
Twitter.
Okay, Twitter. Why didn't you tell me there was a marmoset in Twitter?
The marmoset on Twitter.
Hold on. Hold on a second. Wait a minute.
You know it's
Marmoset.
gonna be just monkeys humping and stuff for the bumper.
Oh, yeah.
Or something
Oh, yeah.
stupid like that.
Let me see. Oh, I gotta ask though about are you guys still following what's going on with Jeopardy?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't see the marmoset news here, Mecca.
All right, I'll find it.
Oh wait,
Let's talk
but
about
yeah,
Jeopardy.
but Mike Richards gets selected as host, and then he doesn't even get to record one episode, and then he steps down, and now they're trying to cancel Mayim Bialik all because people on Twitter want to install LeVar Burton, who was terrible hosting in his guest spot.
Yeah, that sucks.
Can we please go back to the old days when someone would just, oh wow, there's this new guy doing Jeopardy. Hey, he's pretty good, or he sucks, and I guess
now
I
you
got
have Seth MacFarlane tweeting about it. Ryan Reynolds has been tweeting about it.
What is Seth MacFarlane
They're
say?
they're asking Mayim Bialik to step down now. Like
She shouldn't have to.
Why
No.
should she have to? She earned it fair and square, by being good at hosting. I mean, for crying out loud.
So what's
Maybe
the
LeVar Burton wasn't as
rationale
good
they
as they
want for
thought.
her to step down?
Oh, she's anti-vax. She decided not to get her kids vaccinated. This was in 2012.
Yeah, but in fairness, fuck her. Like I thought she was supposed to be like a scientist and smart.
Well, maybe she understands the science better.
I don't know. Well, yeah, it's her choice though. I mean, but still, and then she's getting but the whole argument was she's against getting her kids vaccinated, but she's getting the COVID vaccine. Oh wow, oh my God, well maybe she changed her mind. Okay,
so just to fully flesh out, the argument on stuff like that, like I hear that she's anti-vax, she doesn't want to get her kids vaccinated, and my thought is, what a dumb fucking asshole she is. But that doesn't mean she shouldn't be able to do a job. Like
Yeah.
just because I think she's a moron in her personal life, and I think she's doing something that does actively harm society, that doesn't mean she's not capable of hosting a television program.
Exactly. Captain Trick, what do you think?
I think a lot of things are made, so can she do the job? Anything else is really immaterial. If she's the best person for the job, let her do it. And they're just
Exactly.
trying to drag up all this other crap because they want somebody else in the job.
They want LeVar Burton. And LeVar Burton wasn't good. I watched this week. Oh, for God's sake. Well, anyway.
They just want. I think they just want a virtue signal.
Mhm.
I really, really do. Like that's just my gut instinct. Is like, why LeVar Burton? What other reason that you would vote for him or root for him so much more than Mayim Bialik? Than is it a
'Cause
virtue
he's
signal?
a
'Cause you
meme.
think she's like other. Is it a? I don't know.
He's reached meme territory. Everyone loved him on Reading Rainbow.
No, he's like a Betty White.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's and actually I think Community helped with that.
Okay.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I like him. I mean, he's my birthday buddy. We share a birthday. I don't think he was that great as a host. Oh.
I share a birthday with Dizzy Dean, with former Major League base pitcher Dizzy Dean and James May of Top Gear. So, of course, it's not a show without Rob throwing out a Top Gear reference. Fucking love Top Gear. Well, the Grand Tour now. So,
I was watching what's his cooking show, the one guy.
James May.
Yeah.
He did a whole thing about peanut butter.
Yeah.
Peanut butter?
He says, "I'm going to use." He goes, "Today I have peanut butter." He asks the crew. He asks the crew, "Do you like peanut butter?" The guy says, "No." He goes, "Well, why not?" Because it's because of the whole culture. And he's like, "Culture? What are you talking about?" He's, "Oh, it's very Americana, very Brady Bunch." He goes, "But that's moronic. What do you mean? Why would you let that stop you from eating peanut butter?" It's just that's the way he said it. That's moronic. He said it was like so politely and but such dignity and class though. So anyway, so let's share
I
this.
sent you the marmoset in the
Yes,
thing.
it's on Twitter, right?
No, I sent it in the private chat here.
Okay, hold on. I gotta cancel that then. Dang it. It's the Twitter status.
Yeah.
Okay, that one. Yeah, I pulled that up and yeah. Okay. God, see, you don't get this kind of stuff on other shows. See, these are the moments. These are the moments that make it special. So yeah, so a man.
Is cute.
Yeah, man's the cost of being a decent human being zero. Man saves baby marmoset from the street and gives it back to his mommy. Aw. So let's see if we can play this. Sort of a palate cleanser to. Let's go. Oh, that's a marmoset. Oh my God, he's so tiny. See, that's what that's. Well, this has got to be like in Africa or somewhere, right?
Yeah, it's probably
Look
in
at that.
India. Or...
Oh, look at that. Oh, look. Come on. There you go, little buddy. There you go. Oh, there you go. There's your feel-good story for the day.
Baby. What are the
Get going
kangaroos?
there, you little scamp.
I love how the mommy looks at the baby, looks at the baby guy. She's like, "Oh
Are
yeah."
you sure? Yeah.
I really hope this isn't one of those animals that like eats its young when it can smell human on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what we have. That's what we have Jake on.
Do you have the kangaroos?
Yes, I do. So there's another story actually that was making the rounds from a couple days ago, and I saw this. Oh, here we go. Here's our animal story. This will close out the show on this. Kangaroo is on the loose in rural Pennsylvania, and no one knows where it came from. Really? Is it that hard to figure it out?
Australia. I bet.
Yeah,
it's
Australia. I mean, that just speaks volumes about this public school system. And there's video. Let me see the video. Hold on. Let's see the. Okay, don't. Yeah. Okay. There. Oh, look, they got him. I want to see the kangaroo kick this guy in the nuts right here.
Does he?
No, it's a very short video. Obviously, this had to be somebody's pet.
Yeah.
Mount Zion, Pennsylvania. Rural residents of a rural area, Mount Zion, Lebanon County, are hopping with curiosity as a kangaroo has traversed their neighborhood in recent days. Sightings of a kangaroo, possibly a wallaby, in backyards and fields have been posted on various Facebook groups and pages as it wanders through the farmland and small enclaves of homes. Remarkably, no one seems to have reported losing a kangaroo. Would you want to report? Yeah, I lost my kangaroo. What happened? I forgot to time it down. Sport. The Pennsylvania State Game Commission is trying to safely catch the creature and have warned others to steer clear of it. Why? Because it'll kick you in the nuts. That's why. Lebanon County Game Warden Derek Spittler.
I know how to fix it. I know how to fix it. They need to just round up a few emus and send them after him.
Spoiler alert, though, they're eventually going to catch that kangaroo and then find out it's just Andy Dick wearing a costume.
We've gotten calls about it, and our local warden is aware about it and has been in contact with the reporting party, said Dustin Stoner, the Southeast Region's Information Education Supervisor. He tends to be out there looking in the Mount Zion area. If they locate it and capture it, then our intention is to take it to a licensed facility while we determine where it originated from. Again, also it came from Australia. Here's what you do: drive around every Outback Steakhouse in the Mount Zion area and ask them if they lost a kangaroo. The one that says yes, you got your man. Stoner said Tuesday that no one had reported captured kangaroo, leading officials to presume it remains on the loose. If residents see it, first and foremost, stay clear of it. Stoner said, don't try to approach it or capture it, but please report it to the Game Commission so we can get a timely information as to its whereabouts, so we can direct our efforts appropriately to try and capture it appropriately. He didn't use the word appropriately twice. No one has reported escaped animals, so officials are not sure where it originated from. Facilities housing exotic animals must be licensed by the State Game Commission, and unlicensed facilities can receive fines and citations for housing such animals, such as kangaroos, illegally. Most residents originally thought that the sightings were a prank, according to April East of Myerstown. She manages an online lost and found pet page and said she hopes people stay away so that officials can catch it safely and humanely. From what I've heard, it has almost got hit a couple times. That would be sad. We don't want some person who thinks they can catch it or wants to shoot or something. Oh, that would be tragic. Because you know some yahoos out there, oh, there's going to bang me a kangaroo. You know, that's going to look good over my fireplace.
Hi, kangaroo, get out of America.
You took my gerb.
I want to know what happens when someone loses a kangaroo. Like, do you go and like tape a picture with a missing sign to a light post somewhere if you lose your kangaroo?
Apparently not. No, there is a significant like exotic animal trade though. That people have these private zoos or they keep these exotic pets.
Yeah, sometimes people like have them in one state that has it legal and then move and oh, here, take my kangaroo. I got it as a pet and I can't keep it, and then the new person has it, or yeah.
Well, it's either something illegal or somebody who's really stupid who has not missed a kangaroo. It's like, oh, I didn't know my kangaroo was missing. Really?
I think I saw that kangaroo. He was walking around in a derby hat and a trench coat, going into strip clubs.
Didn't want anybody to see him. He's at the Spearmint Rhino. Oh boy. Shaverstown resident Casey Tobias posted on August 8th that he saw the kangaroo across Mount Zion Fire Company. Bless me. I tried to catch it across the Mount Zion Fire Hall on Mount Zion Road. How many times can you cram Mount Zion into one sentence?
But now I know who was sponsoring this article.
So there it is right there. Did you ever see that couple on YouTube that have the cougar for a pet?
No.
They're a Russian couple.
Of course they are. What else would they be?
They actually
if you were like, hey, there's a couple on YouTube that owns a thing, like what it's Russian. That's the only answer. Russians are the only ones who would own cougars.
All I got to say is that they have absolutely no problems with mice, do they? Because any mouse would see that cougar and say, no, these people mean business.
No mice, no children, no Jehovah's Witnesses. They all natural prey of the cougar.
I could use a cougar rep for that. Yeah.
Got a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses, Captain.
Wouldn't any longer.
Owning a cougar is the only way I would ever move to Utah.
Let me just hold on. While we're discussing it, hold on. I hope I don't get claimed for this. But I'll just for the people who don't believe me about the Russian couple and the cougar.
Who doesn't believe you?
I have no doubt.
Let's look. The guy's just chilling with the cougar. See, he's reading him a bedtime story too. So
cougars don't know English.
Look at that.
Aww.
And for the people, and I just want to preface this by saying that the cougar was in a zoo. Actually was in a Russian petting zoo, believe it or not. And it has a disorder. It's undersized. It's about 30% of it. It's roughly, about 70% of its size, and it wouldn't survive in the wild. So returning it to the wild is not an option. And actually, I've seen couples YouTube page, and they take very good care of him. So, it's not like, and he has free run of the house. It's in an enclosed area, and so he seems very well cared for. But again, it's a cougar.
I was going to say, that's not my worry. My worry is one of them getting Siegfried and or Royd.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm cuddling my future food.
But he actually does, he purrs, and so what are you reading Tolstoy to him? So
Cougars love Tolstoy.
Yeah. He's just like a big kitty cat. I mean, again, it's a cougar.
How many people do you think click on this video and was like, that is not what I was looking for when I typed man snuggles with cougar?
And this is what's become of my life. All right, we're gonna wrap it up here. We've been at this for about an hour and 9 minutes. Again, with like a nice tidy show. I can imagine LeVar Burton reading to the cougar.
I could see
butterfly in the sky.
I could definitely see LeVar Burton asking a cougar trivia, though.
We know Cosmic. We know.
So should I plug my thing, or are you gonna react?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, Well,
I don't know. I don't want to step on your toes. I mean, I'm off
my epic meltdown.
Smaller than me. Huh?
My epic rage.
After your epic rage, what? Oh, I was gonna do a pizza stream. I was gonna make a pizza. And
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Pizza.
So if everybody wants to check out after this,
Drop your link in the chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna set it. I gotta set it up. So I'm gonna set it up for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, everybody head over to N.A.P.S in about 15 minutes. We got 39 people watching. Thank you for joining, spending this lovely Sunday evening here. After the big hurricane, that was a dud.
I'm not complaining.
No.
My power goes out if you like glare at it.
Yeah.
Knock on wood, I've never had a power outage here.
Yeah. New York doesn't have very few power outages, but hey, you know those hey, all this the utility lines that are exposed in the on poles. Yeah, they had an idea. Let's run them underground so that we don't have that problem.
They're doing that a lot of places now.
Yeah, they are. Okay. Well, yeah, everybody head over to N.A.P.S in about 15 minutes.
Yep, I'm setting it up now, so I will drop a link in the thingy.
So, Captain Trek, you joined us a little late, so you're the first. So we're going to give you the floor now. Tell everybody where they can find you, what you do.
Well, I apologize for that. I'll talk to you about that privately later. Actually, you can find me on YouTube. You can also find me on Twitch. I do have a morning show Tuesdays through Sunday, 6 a.m. Central. It's just a community thing. People get together, hang out, chat. It's kind of fun. Just a lot of different things.
All right. Jake, tell everybody where they can find you.
Doing stand-up comedy. Actually, I'm doing a stand-up show on September 23rd in Milford, Connecticut for cancer research. So
really,
yeah, if you happen to be if you happen to be in the southern Connecticut area, want to see some okay comedy and support some cancer research.
Is it at a rest stop again?
It's in the parking lot of a William Ravis. So yes.
Oh jeez. Oh man. That's how you know. That's how you know when you're hard up for gigs.
You know what? You never know. There could be someone in the audience there who like leads to a bigger thing. Maybe the week after I'll be performing at a Home Depot or a Sonic drive-thru.
Okay. That's great. Okay, everybody. Like I said, closing on hour 13 minutes. Everybody, first of all, we would like to thank our sponsor today, Cobra Commander Sharp Auto Sales. So, why don't we hear from them?
Need a new car? Looking for that business vehicle or ornaments to conquer a small nation? At Cobra Commander's Sharp Auto Sales, we want to put you in your next vehicle. We have everything to meet your work, family, or military needs. Check out this His Tank. It can be yours for no money down and only $2.99 a month. Need something more versatile? How about this Stinger Jeep? Fully armored, missile launcher included. Only 40,000 miles, most of which are non-combat. We've also got Rattlers, Night Ravens, and the all-new Ford Escape. And now we're offering 0 payments for 6 months, or until Destro can formulate a plan to take over the banks. Remember, at Cobra Commander's Sharp Auto Sales, we're not just a car dealer. We're an evil terrorist organization determined to rule the world. And we're certified by the Better Business Bureau. So come on down to Cobra Commander's Sharp Auto Sales for a test drive on Route 1 in Springfield. Follow the signs at the bomb craters. Free balloons for the kids. Come on down! Cobra!
Okay, everybody, that's our show. Thank you for joining us. We'll catch you next time. Have a good week. We'll see you back here next Sunday.